everybody. My name is Nick Bradshaw. I'm the CEO of AI Media. We are the curators of AI Expo Africa, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to our 2021 online event and conference. This year, we've had interest from over 9,000 delegates from over 80 countries, and we've seen a large increase in the interest in this particular sector in the African continent. So welcome to everybody, and thank you for taking the time to join us. At the moment, we're running the show online because of the global pandemic. It is a time of adversity for many people, both locally, regionally, continentally, and globally. And again, we thank you for joining us at this difficult time, and our hearts go out to people who have been impacted by COVID-19. We couldn't have put this show on without the valued help of our 50+ vendors and partners that you can meet at the show during the live event or the on-demand event. Without their help, people like us are not able to put these events on. So I want to send a big thank you to all the vendors that have helped put this on with us. In particular, I'd like to draw attention to our event partners, Telkom, NVIDIA, Intel, and Swane Economic Development Agency. Again, having anchor partners like them allows us to underwrite the show and put on a great event for all concerned. I'd also like to thank our premium sponsors and exhibitors, Microsoft, Accubits, Darktrace, and Treasury One Automation. Again, a big thank you to those companies for supporting us this year. In terms of some of the new features that we've included for you, we have the same expo and speaking program that we've had for the last 3 years for you to enjoy. We've got over 40 hours of talks, but we've also got the Telkom Innovation Wall, where we're showcasing posters and research from academia in Africa. And we've also got the NVIDIA Art Gallery, where you can go and get inspired about using artificial intelligence and related technologies to create art, music, and new media. My other responsibilities during this welcome is to say a few things about housekeeping and some tips for you to get the most out of the event. Essentially, there are 6 things you can do which are very easy to achieve so that you can maximize your experience on our event platform. Number 1, populate your show profile and your bio. By doing that, it helps others understand who you are and what organization you're from, and that enhances your networking experience and also helps vendors and partners identify who you are so you can have relevant conversations. So take some time to do that. The information is held securely by us, and we don't share that with third parties. So feel free to take some time to do that. In your event profile, you'll also see the event bag. And the second thing we recommend that you do is that you use the bag to collect content as you go around the show. So we've got a resource center, which has a range of program materials, our magazine, and other links to other useful content. You can put that into your bag. And there's also the sponsored items from our vendors in that bag already. You can then download that material after the show as resources for follow-up. The third thing is make sure that you collect business cards and swap business cards as you go. When you finish the show and leave the show, you can download those to Excel for follow-up afterwards. As I mentioned earlier, the fourth thing that you can also do is visit the resource center. We've included that this year, and we've got some great things inside there for you to look at, review, sign up for. There's even some training activities that you can engage with through the resource center. Also, our signups magazine is available there to you. We've got the back editions and also the show edition as well. The fifth thing to do is build your agenda. By clicking on the agenda button, you can then look at the program and then star and highlight the talks that you want to see, and you get notified when those talks are starting. So you never miss a talk. And once the talks are finished, they're archived and you can review them again. And the final thing is click the Who is Here button so that you can understand who's around you, who's online, and then you can network accordingly. The final part of my introduction and welcome is to now introduce the plenary welcome speakers and VIPs and the keynotes. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome Councillor Randall Williams, who's the Executive Mayor of the City of Tshwane, Veronique Heller, who's the Deputy Head of Mission of the Swiss Embassy South Africa, Professor Zeblon Vilakazi, who's the Deputy Vice Chancellor at Wits University. And then we've got a keynote by Kate Culloch, who's the Head of Emerging Markets in Video USA, followed by Jonas Bogoshi, who's the CEO of BCX South Africa. We've got a top lineup of people for you, not only during the plenary keynote sessions today and on tomorrow, but we've then got 76 other speakers that you can engage with on our speaking program. Again, I want to say thank you to you for joining us today, and take some time to network, build your agenda, and enjoy the show, both now during the live 3 days and also on the on-demand show that follows thereafter. Thank you very much and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the 4th edition of the AI Expo Africa. Switzerland looks forward to welcoming you at the Swiss Pavilion with focus on the topic of digital health. It is my great pleasure to introduce you to the Deputy Ambassador of Switzerland, Ms. Veronique Heller. Madame, over to you.
Thank you. So my turn to welcome you, distinguished participants, fellow artificial intelligence enthusiasts in Africa and around the world, friends of Switzerland. We started the journey with the AI Africa Expo last year, and we look forward to associate for this 2021 online edition. The COVID-19 health crisis has changed our lives and brought digital technology at the heart of our everyday action. Altogether, we were leapfrogged. The fields of application of technology seems endless today, from health to finance, from education to agri-food, from mobility to democracy and humanitarian aid, from governance to the industrial sector. At the same time, the pandemic has brought digital technology at the heart of our concerns. The digital gap has widened. Data security, confidentiality, reliability, and ethics are today the keys to a digital world based on trust. Since the 16th century, Switzerland has been making watches, and its watch valley is probably as famous as California's Silicon Valley. Technologists love calling places after valleys, and Switzerland has plenty of natural ones. To these have been added the Crypto Valley, an area in the center of Switzerland having grown to become a successful blockchain place in the world. Or the Trust Valley in the French-speaking part of Switzerland, a global center of expertise on digital trust and cybersecurity. Geneva, of course, with its more than 250 international organizations, some of which are leading in the field of internet governance, shaping an ethical and globally accepted framework for artificial intelligence. Geneva is also home to the AI for Good Global Summit, or the International Digital Health and Artificial Intelligence Research Collaborative, of which director, Mr. Singhil, will address the AI Expo about how AI is an enabler for universal healthcare, a priority to the African continent. The status of Switzerland as an AI hub in Europe and one of the most important worldwide is not a coincidence. AI companies in Switzerland benefit from the conducive framework conditions for education, research and innovation, with Switzerland being currently ranked first on the WIPO Global Innovation Index and the IMD's World Competitiveness Report. World-renowned universities and research institutes in the area of AI, robotics and drone innovations are based in Switzerland. There is a close and pragmatic collaboration between research institutions, industrial partners, and government at all levels. Technology has always impacted our lives and our societies. Artificial intelligence is only at its beginning, and its potential for positive change and commercial development on the African continent and elsewhere is unlimited for now. But it might also give rise to suspicion and new competition, challenge state sovereignty, worsen existing inequalities, fall in the hands of criminals, or create more uncertainty in a world where the established order seems to be more and more shaky and questioned. AI has the potential to be a catalyst and contribute to solving some of the key global challenges. Challenges we face in Europe, challenges we face in Africa. The AI Expo Africa offers a unique platform to boost ideas and international cooperation. We look forward to a successful and meaningful AI Africa Expo 2021. Thank you.
And all the best.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to deliver this welcome address on behalf of the capital city of South Africa. The city of Tshwane, through the Tshwane Economic Development Agency, is thrilled to be part of this year's Artificial Intelligence Expo Africa, as this speaks to our long-term objective to position Tshwane and the Gauteng city region as the tech hub of the African continent. Tshwane is not only South Africa's capital city, but also home to over 130 foreign embassies and missions, making it the largest home of diplomatic and foreign missions in the world after Washington, D.C. in the USA. This makes it all the more important that as this administration, we strive to align Tshwane as a smart city and an e-capital of excellence. As part of our strategy to position Tshwane as an attractive investment destination, we saw it fit to bank on the strategic partnership with AI Expo Africa and secure the rights as a destination partner to the continent's largest artificial intelligence, robotic process automation, and 4IR Smart Tech trade event. Our participation in the Expo is a continuation of our work to create a positive climate for business and investment in Tshwane. To this end, we have hosted several business delegations to look at opportunities offered by the city. We continue to secure future physical events for Tshwane, as well as partnerships with international tech players. We also undertook outbound trade missions in collaboration with the private sector in order to help Tshwane-based companies to access international markets. This all contributes towards growing the city's economic footprint. Working with our economic agency, TIDA, and different city departments, we aim to ensure that no one is left behind in the transition to this 4IR revolution. A core part of our work as elected public officials is to enhance the quality of our people's lives, and it's important that we embrace digital technologies to benefit our residents by offering smart service delivery solutions. I'm proud to share with you that as Tshwane, we have long been working to bridge the digital divide. Our city runs a successful Tshwane public Wi-Fi project called Wi-Fi. The initiative aims to provide internet access to residents, in particular the less privileged communities within Tshwane. Currently, we have over 1,400 Wi-Fi hotspots active on the Wi-Fi network, present in all 7 regions of the city. Most of the hotspots are found in common public areas such as schools, parks, community halls, and public transport areas. Wi-Fi provides residents with 1 gigabyte of data bundle per device per day and uncapped access to research and educational sites. This is a major investment by the city, harnessing the power of the internet for the purpose of education, economic development, and social inclusion. The city is also experimenting with various technologically driven customer service solutions. We like to encourage our residents to make use of our eTshwane platform, where we offer a range of paperless services, including payment of accounts. We are also developing an application management system that will automate a number of city planning processes on the eTshwane platform. Recently, we have also launched a virtual account payment program, which has been a major success with our residents. These are just some of the technological advancements the city has invested in by embracing the smart city concept and the inevitable technological revolution. We look forward to the Expo with a keen interest to learn and gain knowledge that we can apply to improve services to our residents. I thank you.
Greetings. It's my pleasure to be addressing you today at the start of the AI Expo Africa 2021. We meet during a very challenging period in society's history. However, despite all the gloom and negativity and the difficult circumstances we find ourselves in, we gather here today to discuss and share our ideas and vision for what the future in what is one of the most important emerging domains of research and its applications. It is a field of research that has the potential to unleash new innovations and transform our world in so many ways that we cannot imagine. I certainly believe that this will ultimately help us in achieving many of our goals towards the betterment of our society. Our aspirations to further harness the academic and technological advancement for the good of the country are part of what drives our endeavors. So, it is with optimism that we should glance to the future with a great sense of confidence, knowing that we can actually shape and mold this future for our benefit. It is our shared belief that the African continent is a part to play in this, what I would call, scientific and technological renaissance. Using machine learning and artificial intelligence applications, we can work towards creating local innovation and expertise in many different areas of research and development that we can use to generate and participate so that we effectively compete in this century, the century of the digital exponential. By so doing, you can play an active role in achieving true progress and help in shaping and steering the socio-economic trajectory of the African continent. This is part of our global grand strategy and effort towards the creation of a national strategy. In that regard, I'd like to introduce the AI Africa Consortium. The AI Expo Africa has been at the forefront of showcasing and creating networking opportunities for those working in this growing and exciting new field. In support of the Expo's efforts to create a solid foundation upon which the sector is being built, VETS is happy to join the community, which we started in 2019, where I was invited to participate at the event in Cape Town, culminating in the launch of the Cirrus initiative. Cirrus was conceived as a private sector-led initiative which aims to bring large-scale machine learning and AI infrastructure capacity and expertise onto our doorstep and support the adoption of data science practices across a number of different scientific and related research domains. With that in mind, we need to ensure that we attract as many participants across the region as possible and generate the critical mass of researchers. And just as importantly, gather as much research data as possible. Therefore, in order to ensure that the Cirrus machine learning infrastructure and engineering resources are used effectively and that every interested stakeholder has an opportunity to participate in this endeavor, I'm proud to say that VETS is leading in the formation of the AI Africa Consortium. In terms of the community and ecosystems building, I believe that through the establishment of the AI Africa Consortium, we aim to create an ecosystem of expertise that will provide a mechanism which will bring together various role players that have a vested interest in the success and, most importantly, the sustainability of this serious initiative. In that regard, Professors Lynn Morris and Dwelowski will provide further and more detailed and comprehensive details on how the operational modalities of the AI Africa Consortium will be like during this expo. On building and integrating ties between the academy and industry, in addition to the serious partnership, VETS University is leading and participating in many other initiatives that are putting an AI machine learning at the forefront of this important area of research and applications in Africa and globally. We are also working to support AI innovation and, most importantly, entrepreneurship through our university's pride and joy, namely the flagship Tshimologong Digital Innovation Precinct, which will help with startup initiatives, which I believe will be supported by the Cyrus Foundry. The Cyrus Foundry aims to provide funding for the commercialization of artificial intelligence and machine learning-based innovations that are developed in universities. And with the conjunction and collaboration with industry, we should be able to really make this technological leapfrog going forward. And I'd like to thank Cirrus and other partners for this really breakthrough initiative. In closing, we remain optimistic despite all the challenges about the future of our country and our continent, and that we can embark on these great undertakings with the hope that tech is the ultimate enabler, and Africa cannot stand behind. We need to create opportunities that will allow us to generate economic activity and solve problems drawn on these technologies, AI, machine learning, and may I add, quantum computing and technologies which will hypercharge AI as well. And Africa needs to be right front and center in these developments. And this initiative is right at the heart of this mission-critical assignment. By so doing, this will guarantee the future of our society for generations to come. Through many of our research initiatives in this area and our partnership with Cirrus and others, and through our community building with the AI Africa Consortium, we aim to ensure that the African Research Developmental Agenda benefits from the advances that ML and AI will bring, and that these advances I use for the broader benefit and the broader growth of our society. With that, I wish you well, and may the force be with you. Thank you.
AI Expo Africa is the largest B2B trade event and conference of its kind on the African continent. Now entering its 4th successful year, we've connected thousands of buyers, suppliers, innovators, startups, and investors focused on 4IR technologies you can deploy in your business today. Our 2021 online event will run as a 3-day live show followed by a 30-day on-demand archive, giving your brand maximum exposure to thousands of decision makers and thought leaders. Our trusted online conferencing platform gives delegates live interaction and networking capabilities with 24/7 secure access and the ability to watch archived content so you never miss a talk, all from the comfort of your office or home. Eliminating travel and COVID risk, we put your offerings on a truly global stage in front of hundreds of companies and our trade community's 4,000+ members. Listen to 80+ world-class speakers and more than 40 hours of groundbreaking talks that cover case studies, platforms, innovation, and the latest cutting-edge technologies. Our exhibitors and sponsors have access to detailed analytics reports, so you can immediately follow up on leads with delegates that show interest in your brand, content, and products. Join us today and explore AI Expo Africa 2021 online, your gateway to 4IR trade in Africa.